YouTube, what's going on? What's going on? So, in today's video, it's going to be like a non-scripted. I just wanted to go over a couple of stocks that I see popping off and show you guys a couple of cool entry points that I'm looking at. Um, so for Tesla to start off, um, Tesla is being rejected by this fair value gap. What is a fair value gap? Essentially, it's just when three candles is formed, could be on a monthly, weekly, minute, whatever, and the one and three candle is not touching. That will create this fair value gap called imbalance, which needs to be corrected. And so this imbalance was created, like right here, came down, corrected, continuation. Same thing here. This right here was created, filled, and corrected. Now obviously it shot up more, but it was corrected. So that's basically how it works. Is imbalance happened, corrected. You see these three candles right here? 1, 2, 3. That was an imbalance that was corrected. And you would have entered in somewhere right here, which is my favorite. A lot of times it doesn't really always close it completely. I realized about 80%, I was 85% it will close it by and then continue up. So let's say it was falling down, enter along somewhere around here. I've seen it so many times. And then sometimes it can actually fill the gap like it's supposed to do. So there's this gap right now when I say add to long term, but I'm gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna keep it though. I'm gonna have to wait and see because this candle needs to close first. I need to see where it closes, and then when it comes back to it, then I'll be add to long term. So the next stock, let's look at NVIDIA to see if I see anything cool. So NVIDIA, so let's go again. It's the same exact thing. You see this right here, came down into it, pushed up, created another imbalance, came right here, went up, filled it, continue up, right? So these are basically buyers as support. Let's go back down to the weekly and daily time frame. As you can clearly see, clearly an uptrend. That thing is non-stop. It just non-stop. But again, the same exact thing. Sometimes you just don't know where it's going to reverse. So let's say you buy here. You don't know if it's going to be here. You don't know if it's going to completely fill the gap or what it is. The imbalance, I should say. There's a difference between a gap and an imbalance. It's an imbalance, right? So you never know which way it's going to go. But you do know that once the gap is filled, you want to enter in long right here. That's where you always want to go long, which is kind of funny. And that's exactly where I enter long in my long-term play. I enter long right here. On this day. It was yesterday. No, it was actually on this day. I enter long. Yeah, on this day I enter long. So I didn't even realize it. I just happened to enter long because I saw it. In my last video, I explained it. So let's talk about Palantir. So Palantir has not filled the one-day gap yet. So definitely looking for it to fill that gap at some point. Same thing as Palantir. Right here. You have the gap, came in, filled the gap, and it went. You know, so the key. I mean, what I'm realizing too is the key to just being a really good trader too is just focusing on maybe 2 stocks, 3 tops, and you just learn them and you trade them and you understand them. Because a lot of times they're like, oh, I would have taken that, but I was busy over there looking at this. So even though I'm saying, oh, I would have bought here, which I would have bought here, 100% would have bought here, but you're always looking at different stock, different time frames. So you don't have the time to analyze your stock to see what's going on. But this is a 100%. I would have bought this 1,000%. I would have bought this right here. But unfortunately, you're just looking at other stocks. You know. Let's see if the fair value gaps at work again. You see, fair value gap came in. Doesn't want to go any lower because there's a lot of buys here. Came back here again, and then it popped off, created another imbalance right here, came back down, trying to fill it. Nope, gapped up. There's a lot of buying in this one. There's a lot of buying. I'm just gonna look real fast to see if any stocks are in the hot list where I'm like, hey, anything good. We talked about Nvidia. We talked about NIO. NIO is right going on right here. In my last video, a couple of videos ago, I said that NIO was going to have a continuation up to the upside, and that's exactly what it did. Right here, you have a green. It's called GRG, a green, red, green. When that is formed, there's a continuation pattern. All right, doesn't always have to work, but this one did. Plus, it also has buyers right here waiting. So in NIO, in 22 hours, when this candle closes, if it closes anywhere here, and then you see NIO next time come anywhere close to here, or even try, see GRG right here, 1 week entry. If NIO comes back anywhere down into here to fill the gap, definitely look to go long again. If that one fails, there's another one right here, which is the final one. Well, not the final one, but definitely a strong one. But you can clearly see one of the reasons why NIO is having such a hard time is because there's a lot of sellers. A lot. On the way up, there's a lot of sellers. And he's going to have to get through all of them. No, so it's going to take time and be a little base out down at the current level that it is right now. Yeah. And here it is again. You see how it's gap, the fair value gap goes into it and you buy. Now we're again sitting right on top of it, right? So maybe they need to come down to here to tap into this buy. I'm not sure, but right now it's still chilling above its buys. So it's still looking good to me. Let's see if there's any other stock that's in the list that I like. So the final one I'm going to talk about is SMCI. So you can clearly see SMCI is also stuck between buyers and sellers, so this is not really trended. You can see the trend days like this, where it's just green, 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 green. You have a little bit of buyers, sellers right here. It looks like either they're going to break through it or they're going to come reject. But as you can clearly see, that SMCI is still stuck between sellers and buyers. So it's not going nowhere. A lot of sellers. So at some point buyers are going to step in, but so right now it's stuck between sellers and buyers. So yeah, so that's about it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Like and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next one.